So yeah, as you know, the engine blew on, the 01 Trans Am. We were blowing smoke at the Gainesville Raceway, and then didn't catch it right away. We thought it had something to do with the procharger, because after the first two runs, we pulled over to the pits and the whole procharger was covered in oil. So I just assumed that's what it was. People told me that it looked like it was smoking, but I didn't realize to what extent. And then we started putting the video together after we went to the firm, and it blew at the firm. So we kind of put it all together later on, what actually happened. But so we have this project going, and then the 81 Trans Am. Since it's an 81, it's actually a turbo Trans Am. And when I bought the car, I bought it with, it already had an old 455 that somebody had swapped into it. But I'd really like to go back to making it a turbo. I'm not going to get into buying like the original 301 and building that and make it all original. Obviously the car, a lot of the stuff has been updated, and if anything, it's more of like a retro mod than anything else. So I think what we're going to do is I bought two different motors. So I bought a Texas Speed 408 brawler motor, the Sledgehammer. So there's so much stuff added onto the 01 that it just takes an immense amount of time to take the motor apart. Whereas the 81, we can have the motor on the floor in 45 minutes. The 01 is going to take, a day to disassemble everything and drop it to the ground, and then a day to disassemble the whole motor and everything off the K-frame, and it's really time consuming. So what I did is the Texas Speed motor, we know is reliable. We know you can throw 1,000 horsepower out on it, it's going to be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the LS3 heads that we have from the previous motor, because those are blueprint, CNC. We're going to put those on the Texas Speed motor, put the procharger back on it. We're going to make some little changes as we go. Because we kept adding things on, we didn't, like normally when you build a car, you build it with a plan. You build it as like, okay, this is going to be a twin turbo, LS style, 6.0, whatever. And you like go through the things and then you build the car. What we did is, we bought a stock car, then we added this, then we added this, then we added this, and we added this. So now you have things on top of things. And really what would make it way easier is to strip it all down and to make it take everything back out, and then wire all the computers and everything inside the car and have less. But we're not getting into all that. Not with the 01. With the 01, I really just want to put this motor in. I want to test the procharger and see how much power we can actually get out of it. So that's the direction, that we're going with that one. The 81, I bought a 408 crate motor from ATK. And ATK is the supplier for the majority of the automotive parts industry. If you go to different parts stores and you want to buy a remanufactured motor, that's who you're going to get it from. That's who they all buy from. They do have their own line, which a lot of people don't know about. There's a branch in Texas where they have one guy that just builds performance motors all day long. That's his thing. So there's really no reviews for that branch by itself. It's kind of like all the reviews are pulled in from ATK itself. Because they're, like a lower line reman company, they do have a lot of problems. They do have, a lot of turnover. But since the branch in Texas is like the one guy, and he's just building performance motors, I talked to him, had some lengthy conversations, and so I'm gonna give it a chance. I can basically buy a crate motor from him with all the good stuff, forged crank, H-beam rod, forged pistons, steel top rings, gaps. He does everything. He goes through, the whole thing, and I can get that for the same price, completely built crate motor, as buying a Texas Speed short block with nothing in it. So the Texas Speed short block is similar. You have the forged pistons, you have the H-beam rods. They're tried and true, and that's who the majority of people use. I know that I can throw that in the 01 and I can depend on it. I'm not gonna have to worry about it. The ATK motor, this will be the first time that we try this, so we'll see. But I'm not really scared to put it in the 81 because you can take the motor out so quickly. If there's any issues, then it's not a big deal. We also I have the old 408, which I'm gonna be building in the background, so that we have a spare if there is an issue with this or one of the other ones. That one will be ready to go. And then we have a couple other LS motors, sitting around that, we could build if we need to. I'm still waiting on parts for the Texas Speed short block. What I'm going to do right now is just take it out of the bag, look it over, put it up on the engine stand, just clean it up and, prep it and look it over and see. I ordered, all the gaskets, seals, all that kind of stuff. I just want to make sure that I ordered everything. I'm not missing anything. So we'll go over it real quick. But yeah, so let's... They screwed the bag onto. That's fine. It's interesting. Spacers. Oh, windage tray. Okay, put the bolts. Oh, they even put the little oil restrictor in there. Let me get this engine crane assembled here. Oh, I better put these down first, actually. Yeah. All right, so let's make sure there's no surface rust anywhere. Doesn't look like cylinders look good. Lifter bores look good. Got Texas Speed on the pistons. All right, let me flip this thing over. You still, even when you get a crate motor, like you still got to clean it and everything. The H-beam rods. Cool. So let's see, the next thing that I need to do, take all the parts from the last motor and bring them all over here and set them next to it, and then we'll go through and see what we're keeping. Since this is a 408, I could reuse a lot of the other stuff from the last motor. So I gotta figure out what I'm reusing, what I'm buying. Monday I'll have the gaskets and seals and everything, so we can actually start like putting this thing back together. I have a feeling this bag is too small. Oh no! Okay. Just too small. Awesome. We're gonna cheat. Let's see. This is gonna take an hour. It's like an engine condom. It's pretty tight. Okay, that's yeah, that's something. That ought to work. I ordered all the gaskets and seals and everything from Texas Speed. We're gonna open up the boxes, go through everything, see what I'm keeping from the last motor and what we're gonna buy new, and just kind of go over everything. All right, so oil pickup, let's make sure this is the same. Yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, that's just the vent. I bought there's this guy on eBay that makes vents for prochargers, and anybody that has a procharger, you know, if you've had it for a while, you know that they leak, and you send it back to procharger, they'll reseal it, and it's still, you know, it leaks a month later. They just, it is what it is. They have a problem. So found this guy online that makes this kit. That's actually a vent for the procharger, so it leaks less. So I figured I'd try it out, and see if it works. They had really great reviews. All right, so I'm guessing these are the head gaskets. Yep. Okay. All right, and that's just gasket, which I do have the cover still. Oil pan gasket. So, exhaust manifold, cam cover, lifter trays. Oh, ARP cam bolts. This is the high pressure pump. Should have, yeah, it's got the other spring and seals. Cool. Okay. Pump, and then this timing set. Made in Australia. That's unique. Of course, nowadays their racing scene's crazy, so it's not too big of a surprise. And that's the roller, the bushing. Okay. Cool. All right, throw this out of the way. All right, so now, let's see. Let's take this apart and, well, take the bag off it, and then start going over piece by piece and just make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay. Cool. All right, so what the hell is that noise? Okay, just Harbor Freight stuff. All right, so let me think here. I got the rear cover and gasket. They already got the oil restrictor in it, and then the oil pan. Do I have a seal? Okay. Comes with a rear seal. Okay, the valley tray, and then the pickup. Oh, I ordered, where did I have an oil pickup? Wait a sec. Let me see if it's in the car. There we go. Just an additional bracket to put on the oil pickup for better flow. Valley tray, pickup, oil pan. We got a timing set. I got cam plate, front cover, and that should come with a seal too. It does. And then the pump. I need to go through and clean all the valve train components. Oh, lifters. That was the other thing. I think I'm gonna order new lifters. I couldn't remember if I had ordered them or not. I really don't want to reuse the old ones. I mean, I probably can reuse the old ones, but since we have the whole motor apart, it doesn't make sense to not replace them now. So I can't really put, I can't put the heads on until I get the lifters. We can put everything on the bottom. Yeah, put the oil pump on so I can put the oil pickup on and the timing chain, the cam. So yeah, I mean, I can basically build the bottom of this, and then I'll go ahead and order lifters today, and then we'll have them tomorrow. All right, just need to clean everything then before things start going back together. No matter how good the product is, whenever you get a motor, that's been at a machine shop, they built it, put it together, a lot of times you'll have like debris or pieces of metal, whatever, in the threads and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and blow all that stuff out before I clean it. Okay, so I gotta put the oil pump on first, put the cam in, and the timing chain. Okay, all right, so first thing we gotta do is put timing chain set on, at least the crank sprocket anyway. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Just checking all the lobes before I put this thing in and find out later the hard way. Oh wow, is this new? There you go. That's why it wasn't coming out. Unless they used up the last one. All right, yeah, there we go. Yay! It's got little scratches, it's bent. That's awesome. I'm debating, anytime I use aluminum gaskets, most of the time I'll use copper head gasket spray, especially if there's any imperfections or any possibility of it leaking. So I should probably do that on this. can already tell. Yeah. Oh man. Did you move? Oh no, that's the gasket. Okay. Voila. Really? All right. I got the blue seal on that one. Where's the new one? Sure, same. Milling 10295, same one. Make sure it's got the same spring. Oh my God. Right. Usually you do this in a vise. So. All right, so we used the blue seal on the last one. It's gonna be the same deal. Oh, and that's the blue. Oh, the blue one is the stock one, right? Hold on a second. Why do they do this? 190, the stock equipment and the limited discount. This spring, 25 PSI over the enclosed blue spring, and 15 over the red. Okay, so I got the right one in there. So, don't need that, do need this. Why are these different colors? There's supposed to be a blue one. Due to the nature of the anodizing process, some color variation may change. Okay, of course. Change it up on me. This should say what color. I don't know what language that is, but it's not mine. Green, black. So, it's gonna. Really? Oh, it already comes. Okay, so it goes based off of. That should be the same as the new one. But just in case, let's check. Oh, it does. It already has the blue. Okay. Figures. It's going to be this one or straight end, tapered end. This is the straight end, which would be the black, which means it's probably the same as the blue. It is. Okay. So we'll just use this one. All right, so don't need that, don't need that. This is the old one. Now I gotta decide how I wanna install this. There's a bunch of different ways. This is very controversial for whatever reason. Some people just bolt these right on and go. Melling used to say that the best way to do it was to stick it on and just have the bolts barely hand tight, just so it was a little bit movable. And then you take this cover off and you put a bunch of shims in there and then bolt it down all the way, take shims out, and then you should be able to spin this no problem. Since then, Melling came out with another way of doing it, and they say basically that what you're supposed to do is just stick it on loose, like you would if you're putting shims on, then fill this full of oil, then spin it over a bunch of times, and in doing that, supposedly the oil getting in between all the components inside should be enough clearance that it spins freely, and then tighten it down all the way. So being though that's the newest way, that's the way that we'll try, because normally I do it the other way with all the shims. Okay. Come on. Keep going. There you go. All right. Meters. That's way too far. Come on. Come on. Loctite is drying. Dude. There we go. 103. Come on. One more. Really? Come on. That's why I like the old mechanical ones. Takes you 5 seconds instead of whatever. All right. So 106 inch-pounds. Here we go. That's just my own personal knowledge. Just want to see. I swear these are either 18 foot-pounds or 25. Whatever, it's close enough. Let me see. Okay, so it is 18. Okay, so now the cover. Actually, it'd probably be easier. I should probably put this on first. So in order to do that, I got to put just somewhere there. Why it tells you where the rear and front are, I don't know. It only fits one way because of the oil dipstick, so you can't really screw it up. I should probably clean this too. Yay. Why is every brake clean can almost empty? It's always the story of my life. Yay! Okay. Okay. All right, so oil dipstick right there. So you have to go right there. And you're not going to fit. Why are you not going to fit? Why not? This is gonna throw a monkey wrench in here. It's gonna be a problem. Well, this doesn't fit. So I think what it is that the main cap bolts are thicker on this block than they were on the last block. So they don't fit through the holes. That creates a problem. I probably can just widen the holes on here, I would assume. It shouldn't make a difference. As long as the connecting rods don't hit this, and this does not change the distance or change the clearance of the pickup to the oil pan. But even if it does, we can put washers on it. So yeah, I'll just cut it. It is what it is. See that, I gotta order another one, and chances are it's all they're doing too. I need a new one of these after this. Oh my God, for real? Yay. All right, here we go again. Yay! Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, man. Windage tray spacers. Yeah. Yay. All right, cool. Now, dude, don't tell me the one. Okay. So the pickup that Texas Speeds, oh, there we go. Okay, no, it's me. It's me. I'm about to blame everybody else. Should be 1 bolt, 2 bolt. One of these, what is that for? Now, hopefully, this comes with more bolt. It does. Okay, good. So I don't need those. So I've heard a million times that the oil pickup design where they only bolt it to one side leaves a tiny little gap, and I guess under, I don't know, high pressure and wear over time, oil pressure can leak out of the back of it. I've never had that issue, but you know, while you're in there, just to do a little extra protection, I'm gonna do it anyway. So this is the update kit to put 2 bolts on there. All right, one of these, yeah, it should be thick on one side. Okay. Red Loctite these. So we don't want these coming back out. Defeating the whole purpose of why we just did this. So what we got to do is measure the distance between the pickup and the oil pan. So we gotta see how much clearance is there and make sure that we're not starving this thing, especially since this is from probably GM, this is from Blueprint Engines, and this is from Texas Speed. So there's no, like, you know, 100% guarantee here. What you do is just stick a little bit of putty right here on the side, like so, and then we'll put gasket on. I mean, you can figure the distance of the gasket, I guess, but maybe next time. Let's do that, and then the pan. There's nothing that's going to come out. All right. Then, gotta make sure we're in the hole. Which we are. And then you're going to go here. You're going to go here, like that. And then we're going to press down. Make sure it's nice and flat. Take it off. Okay. Now we measure that distance, which can already tell you is a problem. So we're about an 8. Sure, it's tight. Yeah, okay. All right, let's try again. So you're flat. You are. Get it there. All right, so low point is, there's half, there's quarter, there's 3/8, right? Quarter inch is 8 millimeter, 3/8 is 10. So yeah, all right, right at 3/8. Perfect. Oh, wow, no way. Perfect. Cool, okay. That one's dead on. That one's dead on. All right, that should be good for today. I'm just gonna throw a cover on this and we'll clean up.